This second segment, now we've got a brief introduction. The second part of it is sharing of experiences. So these are practical experiences of how some very special people have had direct impacts in their lives through RUDRAM or Vedam chanting. So without any further ado, I'd like to call two very special people to kick this off. Brother Vikram and Sahil. Please give a big clap.
Sairam. Imagine for a moment, just imagine, what would you do if you are the last human left standing on Earth? There is no internet. You have lost all connections to the world outside of you. Food and water aside, who would you turn around to talk to, laugh with, or play with? What would you do? You can stop imagining now. Phew!
It is not something we like to think about, but fear of being alone, fear of death, fear of failure, or fear of trying something new and out of the norm can affect anyone at any age. Kia ora. My name is Sahil.
And I am Vikram, and today we would like to share our experience with RUDRAM chanting.
It all started when my little brother was sick at Starship Hospital in 2007. My grandma got the fear bug, and my grandpa, being the IT expert, instantly researched and printed out the RUDRAM for my grandma to get started on. At first, my grandma didn't understand the meaning of it, but she had faith in the eternal sounds. Years later, my grandfather got the fear bug with his health, so he too started learning and chanting the RUDRAM. My mum also noticed how the RUDRAM helped her to become strong on the inside, so she too started learning and playing the RUDRAM CD 24/7.
I used to get the fear bug every time I got sick, so chanting the RUDRAM has helped me to become stronger on the inside and to heal myself.
Yes, Vikram, I have to agree with you. Chanting also helps me get strong on the inside too. Sometimes before I go to bed, I feel all alone. I have to keep reminding myself that God is with me, and then to distract my mind, I chant the RUDRAM, and then I fall asleep.
I believe that there are different triggers and different stages that inspire people to chant the RUDRAM. The triggers may start with fear and personal gain, but as time goes by and the secret of the Vedas are slowly revealed to you, your connection to the world inside of you will suddenly open. You may find you will start chanting the RUDRAM for the greater good of humanity, for world peace, and for Mother Earth.
But why the RUDRAM, Vikram? What potency is there in the RUDRAM?
Well, Sahil, it is said by reciting the Veda once, one gets pure on that day. But by reciting the RUDRAM the very next moment, one gets purified.
Wow, Vikram, that is instant results.
Yes, and my brother and I are always looking for a fast-track way to reach God, so we have decided to put our focus on learning the RUDRAM. At first, it seemed impossible. The words are tricky to roll the tongue around. It goes up and it goes down in a certain way. Some words were as long as supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But with patience and perseverance, we soldiered on. When we signed up to go with Uncle Abhimanyu on the crazy for side trip to India, we had to learn at least the first Navaka. We decided the best way to learn it was by listening to the RUDRAM CD 24/7. It is said that even the rishis had heard and learnt the Vedas through sound only.
The process of learning the RUDRAM has helped me to pick up the sound in the Spanish language quite easily. It also helps me by giving me peaceful feelings and positive thoughts.
Learning the RUDRAM has increased my memory, focus, and concentration with public speaking, maths and other schoolwork.
The benefit of RUDRAM can only be experienced when you start chanting. So why not give chanting a go? You may surprise yourself with your latent talents suddenly springing forth.
But most of all, chanting the rhythm will help you to become stronger on the inside. Your Wi-Fi connection to God will be invincible. And you will survive even if you are the last tuner left standing on earth. Om Sai Ram.
Thank you so much, Vikram and Sahil. They are true inspiration, isn't it? I understand before you go to school, what actually happens? Just share with us.
In the car every day before we go to school, we recite our speech and chant the rhythm.
Very recently, just about 3 weeks ago, a month ago, three of us, Uncle Mahesh and Uncle Vijay and myself, we had the rare privilege to go to Fiji for a weekend, and they had a Vedam workshop there for the weekend. And from that Vedam workshop, a couple of youth were really touched by the opportunities, and they wanted to share their experience with all of you. And since they couldn't come here to share that experience with you, we thought we'll just share a few snips of that videos. So just have a listen to this and have a watch from our brothers from Fiji.
Ashwin from Missouri, and I'd like to share my experience of the Vedam weekend that we had. It was a great experience for me to learn about the Vedas and to learn what Swami has said about the importance of Vedas and that everyone should be learning the Vedas. I had learned the Mantra Pushpam and the Shama Pratna about 5 to 6 years before this, and didn't have any opportunity to say it or go back. This was an opportunity to refresh the knowledge that we had and to learn more about it, more about the meanings of each mantra and just what important it plays in our lives. So I guess the weekend was a refresher, and it was a wake-up call to us that Vedams is very important and that we all need to learn it. Thank you, Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram, everyone. Just want to share my experience of the Vedam weekend that we had in Fiji on the 22nd and 23rd of August. In the workshop, we were beautifully told that even if you didn't know the meaning of Rudram, just by chanting it, you would actually get to feel that happiness from within. You would experience that joy from within, and that was really beautiful because I do chant Rudram, but I don't know the meaning of it. But now I know that even if I didn't know the meaning of it, of course I'll try to learn the meaning of it. But even if I didn't know, I can just chant, and I just experience it happen. The whole thing that I got out of this was to experience that happiness. Sometimes we look for happiness outside, but that happiness is not outside. It's there with you all the time. You just have to tap into it to experience it. And what better way than to just chant Rudram even without knowing the meaning. And that happiness just oozes out from within.
Sound nice. Okay, so I have been asked to share my experience of the Vedam weekend, which took place a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so the Vedam weekend was for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. I'm not reluctant to go to the Vedam workshop thinking what will we do in the workshop, right? But then I went. And Swami made all possible arrangements that I do attend this workshop. Okay, so when I go to this workshop, I'm still thinking, what will we do all there, right? But then when we reached there, the content that we had, I had the most amazing time of my life. The program started at 9 a.m. ended at 5 p.m. That portion of the time that was spent I really enjoyed it. Not just enjoyed it, I learned so much. I was just hoping the day would end so quickly. Yeah. And then we got to learn about the benefits of RUDRAM, the benefits of the RUDRAM, from the Vedam, and how it is chanted, how the correct pronunciations are, and how we should actually chant RUDRAM. And this workshop was like an energy booster to all of us. Like we take power drinks, energy drinks to boost our energy level. This workshop actually boosted our interest, encouraged us to learn Vedam, to learn Rudram. And just after this, we in PG, all of us who attended the workshop, are trying our level best to attend the Vedam, to attend Vedam classes, to learn Vedam on our own, or just to listen to Vedam and the Rudram chantings. And on Sunday, when we had the Ekadashi Havan and the Rudram chanting, the day was a pure bliss. The amount of energy we felt on that day was immense. We felt Swami himself coming there to bless us all. And the way the day went, we were all surprised how all this happened with Swami. And the amount of positive energy it has created. I'm pretty sure that this energy is with us. And this energy is doing good for the nation, for the entire world. I encourage everyone to learn Veda, to learn Rudra. Bhagavan has himself given us the key to him to solve all our problems, to have a better life. It is Veda, it is Rudra. All we need to do is learn it. Take Sai Ma's name and do it, and he will ensure that you learn it. Om Shri Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, everybody. Wonderful sharing there, boys. I don't think I can ever meet that expectation, but I'll try to be like you. But as the boys stated, when Brother Vijay and we started off at the learning of the Vedam, honestly, I really didn't know the effect of it. And learning itself is a difficult process, like how he said, the tongue twister. I come from South, I've learned Sanskrit, yet it is difficult. So you can imagine the difficulty the boys would have had, and if they can learn, anybody can. So for me, when the topic was given, I said, oh my God, it's a very difficult thing to do. But somehow, I wanted to learn, because like the sister said, I don't know the meaning, but I know Vedam has an effect. So we pursued. Brother Vijay was very patient with us. I think it took us long to learn it. Few months, 6 months, I don't know how long. And we learned it with meaning. So, not sure if I remember the meaning of it now. What I did though is continued chanting it. And knowingly or unknowingly, I did not know the effect that chanting had. But now when I look back, I know the positive effect that it has had on me. Like the little boy said, when you're unwell, the energy that it gives. For me, I have gone through personal experiences quite a lot. And at that time, I did not know Rudram to that level that we know now. But I kept chanting it because I know there is a positive effect there. And that gave me the energy, the strength to move on. Definitely, without knowing. Today I can reflect on it and say that's what's helped me. But at that time, I did not know that was what it was doing. And then I realized that sometimes when I wake up, oh my God, I can't go back to sleep. I toss and turn, I didn't know what to do, and I would just play Rudram. Before the first Anuvaka is over, I don't know, I would have gone off to sleep. And then the next morning, I am waking up with this Anuvaka that's in my head, which means unknowingly it's been playing in my internal body too. So the effect that it has is, I don't know whether you believe, but I have always been a very positive person. So whatever happens in life, that positivity, I think I get it from chanting Rudram. I'll give you a latest example. My dad was very unwell. Been chanting, it's okay whether I know the meaning, I don't know the meaning, I have been chanting. But when my dad was really unwell a couple of weeks ago, all I did was, this Rudram chanting is for Dad. Every day I will chant for my dad. Because I know how my dad loves to live his life. He doesn't want to miss anything. He has still got lots to do. He still wants to do a lot of things. And I didn't want all that to end in that way. Believe it or not, when the nurse said that, dad is okay now, he is stable, I immediately, my thanks went to the Rudram chanting. It was so, I don't have the words to express, but it was that instant. Because once I started chanting it for him, a couple of days later when the results came, I said, wow, that had to be that. That was one. You can take Rudram for any level. I've recently joined a new job, and pressure at the job was really, really high. And I got into this situation where really tense. And I'm thinking, well, here comes Rudram. Every day chant Rudram. Because and at work I do too. When I'm at work, when any pressure that I have, Rudram is playing. I'm playing, whether they say it or it's in my phone now, I just play it. 3 weeks into this crisis mode, Rudram has saved me to saved us, I should say a word, have saved us to come out of the crisis mode. New job, new people, new crisis, and I owe it to Rudram. Because it's just not asking, as we say, it helps us to, to face the world differently, to face the challenges differently, because if we can learn the way we did, the effect that it has knowingly or unknowingly, truly amazing. And now, being Swami's 90th birthday, given me so much energy, so much strength.
Thank you. There was a sister from Fiji who wanted to remain anonymous, but she sent us an email and to share her experience. I just wanted to share. Om Shri Sai Ram. It's always difficult to put down spiritual experiences in words. However, I feel obliged to share the joy. The unfolding of the entire weekend was a miracle in itself. The day of the workshop was intense. I don't know much about Vedam chanting, but from past experiences, whenever there is a need for creating and spreading positive vibrations, we chant Vedam at our centers. The workshop day was absolutely and positively like no other day. Energizing in capitals. I am ever so grateful to the Vedam brothers for making this journey for us and helping me see Rudram chanting more than just some tongue-twisting and fascinating chants. It was about making peace with the happiness, in brackets, Lord Rudram within. I did confess at the end of this session that listening to Rudram on CDs is one thing and being able to chant it yourself is another. Just one day of learning made me feel so fancy, and now, after the workshop, when I'm listening to Shruti and trying to learn, I must admit it's really something. Rudram Ekadashi Yajna, not everyone is blessed enough to offer Abhishekam to Shivalingam and perform Yajna while the Rudram chants purify the ambience inside out. For the very first time, although I was surrounded by a crowd, nothing mattered. No one mattered. It was like the bliss you get when you are meditating. The experience was so beautiful, so pure, so intimate, with just my Sai and I. This, in bracket, was my best part. But there's a not so nice part occurred a day after, where I fell seriously ill. A Sai sister helped me understand that this was the cleansing process. And I believe so because I feel different. Thank you, Babaji, for giving me the strength to write this and choosing me to be part of the Sri Satisai Vedam weekend with a big smile, along with all my other brothers and sisters, because without your will, not even a blade of grass moves. One of my most cherished memories till now. Saram.